are, when they had weight loss surgery, their success, and finally, they were never in their wildest dreams moment. The non-scale victory that kind of set it up, excited them, and just keeps that fire burning when they think back on it, anytime they think back on it. Amy? Yeah, you get to start.
Yeah.
Choose one side or the other.
My name is Amy. I'm known on YouTube as Amy SD Mom, and I started the Sassy Sleepers Facebook group. I had VSG in March of 2009. It was a fairly new surgery then. A lot of people hadn't had my surgery. My surgeon actually had only performed 6 VSGs before mine. I get nervous talking. This is an NSB. I can talk to YouTube all day long. I was always a chubby kid. I didn't really become morbidly obese until my senior year in high school. And after that I yo-yoed. I played sports up to, I started my senior year. I got a job working at a gas station, sitting, and I was still eating the junk food that I would eat after I played soccer, and the weight just skyrocketed. I probably gained 60, 70 pounds in 1 year. And by the time I had graduated high school, I was easily in a size 24. And I yo-yoed it. I had lost and gained 100 pounds 3 times in my adult life. And I couldn't imagine doing it on my own again and regaining it. So the reason why I had the weight loss surgery was to keep the weight off. And I'm 6 years out now. I've kept 140 pounds weight loss off. Hit goal. I lost most of it in the first 10 months, and I hit goal after 16 months. That last stubborn 18 or so pounds took quite a while. And since then, I've become a runner. I have ran a full 26.2 marathon.
You're never in your wildest dreams moment?
I don't know, there's so many. I would have to say I have children. I actually have an autistic daughter that's 13, and she's one of my reasons for having surgery is because I need to be able to take care of her. And I have a 10-year-old son as well. And my 10-year-old son does not remember me large. And that has to be a huge moment for him not to remember Mom as size 26, huge. So yeah, up there. And that picture is actually when he was 2. Oh well.
I'm gonna punch you in the arm.
So I just, I keep running, but that definitely has to be it, to be able to reach fitness goals that I could have never imagined. There's no way. And I just started at baby steps, and now I run half marathons on a monthly basis, and I enjoy it. I play with my kids. I have my kids running, which would have never, ever happened. I would have never taken them to do that. If they do 5Ks with me, and we make healthier choices, and they won't ever be exposed to that, and I think that we can make right choices for them now. And that has to be my wow moment.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, Wendy, are you done tearing up?
That's Wendy right there.
I was supposed to bend down.
Yeah,
you're good.
fine.
Well, I can't start anything without saying it is I. My heart's racing because Amy made me cry. But March 23rd, 2009, I decided to have lap band surgery. My highest weight was 269 pounds that I know of. Like Amy, in my adult life, I had gained and lost the same 100 pounds 3 times. And my husband's not in the room, but he's 13 years post-op gastric bypass. And when we started dating, I weighed 205 pounds. And I learned from him that weight loss surgery wasn't just for the rich and famous or the Hollywood elite, but it was for the average Joe. And in the first year and a half of us dating, he ate like a bariatric patient, and I ate like a girl who used to weigh 269 pounds. So I gained 40 pounds. And I had had several romantic relationships in my life that I met men on the low end of losing 100 pounds, and I lost them on the high end of gaining that 100 pounds. So I really feared that this man who I thought was fantastic, I was going to lose him too. And he never pushed me to the idea of weight loss surgery, but he definitely gave me the vision, the light, that there was something out there that would help me not just lose the weight, but keep it off. And so Christmas Eve 2008, I was just beyond myself. I could not look at myself in another freaking picture and see this girl that I didn't like. So I did a Google search, lap band LA, and I found a doctor who was not only a bariatric patient surgeon, but also a patient. And that was it. I did not qualify for my insurance at a BMI of 35, so I became a cash pay patient. I know exactly how many dollars and cents it costs to lose every pound. Started at 244.6 for my surgery day, March 23rd, 2009. I lost 99 pounds in 68 weeks. I am a slow loser and a pretty damn good maintainer, I'd say.
Here he is.
So it's definitely not a race, it's your own pace. Never give up, never give in. My wildest dream, we sat around here and talked. I'm so inspired by everybody in the room. Amy's one of my running partners. And I ran that marathon with her. And I tried to think, what are all the different things that I've done? There's so many, and we talked about it, it's every day. You know, every day that you get up and you keep living the life is a victory. But I ran 48 races in 48 months, every month. And and you get to cross the finish line, you get a medal, right? So some call it a finisher's medal. It's really cool. You know, I have them all in a bag. I'm not one of those hanging up on the wall people. But there's a race called the Carlsbad 5000, and it is the fastest, flattest 5K in the world. And people come from elite Olympian runners to us. And you don't get a medal unless you're in the top 250. And I ran that race March 2012, and I got a medal. I finished. So that's my NSB.
And you should be damn proud of it.
So thank you for the opportunity to be here and represent the lap band.
Okay, that's lovely me. I was in a photography family and they only got 7 pictures of me in 30 years, and that was tricky. I'm Yvonne McCarthy. I'm also known as Bariatric Girl. I have a blog and a public Facebook page of the same name. I'm certified as a health and wellness coach. I'm also on the board of the WLSFA, and I volunteer full-time to help post-ops and pre-ops, whoever. I'm really trying to help you have an optimal outcome on your journey. What happened? Good
It went to
job,
sleep.
Good job. I am 14 years out gastric bypass, and that was the only thing that was available. Open gastric bypass. So
Wow.
scar. And, you know, everybody's so weirded out about scars. They're like, what? Did you have a career at nude dancing that you know? I was.
We might want you in the future.
I was morbidly obese for 30 years, and I always say I lost 100 pounds 100 times. I was off work in December of 2000, thank God, and I got to see Carney Wilson on Good Morning America talk about gastric bypass. I called a surgeon 15 minutes later. I did 15 minutes of research, and they started telling me about the mortality rates, because back then it was considered really brutal. You stayed in the hospital for over a week. They forgot my pain pump too, but anyway. And I said, look, don't even bother telling me what they are, because either, put me on the table and either fix me or take me out, because I cannot spend another damn day trapped in this body. I mean, I did not care if I died. I lost 130 pounds. My highest that they caught me at was 260, I have an idea. Heavier. And when I lost 130 pounds and I maintained, and part of that is because the first 3 years I never saw another post-op. I didn't even know you could regain. I didn't know. So I just assumed you lose the weight, and if you regain, I'll fix it. So I did that for 3 years. I went to an event, and there's people lining up going, how did you lose the weight? I didn't know any better. So if I had gone to a support group, this is just what happened to me, and seen somebody regain, I would have thought, I'm no better than anybody else, and I would have regained. So I felt like the sun and the moon and the stars lined up for me, and I had to volunteer to give back to the community, to help people know how to do this thing.
Thank you.
And she did.
She does.
Yes, I did. One of the things I do, I get up every morning and I sit in that place, feeling that body the night before surgery and how miserable I was. And it reminds me and it motivates me to do what I need to do every day. And granted, it is not easy. I struggle like everybody else. But what I think about is that it is easier than those diets I did for over 30 years that you work your butt off doing, and they never work. And if they do, they only work for a little while. And of course, we all know how it goes. You gain it back plus some more. And so considering that I was on, well, I don't know, hundreds of diets, I kept going up. As far as never in my wildest dreams, I'm kind of like Amy and said, there's so many. I married the most wonderful man. At 47, I started my life 48, I started my life at 48 years old. The kind of shocking thing is I have weighed the same thing within 5 pounds for 13 years. And in the past, I could have buried 5 pounds in a couple of days.
Right.
I had clothes of every size, so so it's kind of freaky, when that happens. I am now 60 years old. I have about a 20-something in my mind, and I'm really,
You're 60 fabulous, baby.
60's the new 30.
60 years young.
Yeah, 60's the new 30. And I am also the most grateful person on earth, because I will always find a way to be thankful, and we can't do anything if we're going to live all the time. So we've got to be grateful. If I can help any of you this weekend or any time, because you go to bariatricworld.com, leave me a message, I am here for you, 100%. Thank you very much.
Thank you.